Welcome to Off the Record with Sharon Stewart, featuring the best in local rock and the stories behind the sound. Let's go off the record.
Welcome to the podcast where I talk to artists behind the amps, attitudes, and the music you need to know. Today I'm joined by two guests making waves in different but connected corners of the music scene. Kyle Batenburg is the lead singer of Theriaca, a band from the Ohio Valley that's bringing their hard rock sound to the Upstage Music Festival this August. And joining us as well is the festival's founder, Dave Mayersky. We're talking about the vision behind the festival, the story behind the band, and how both are pushing boundaries in today's rock and roll world. And yeah, I even get a tutorial on how to pronounce Theriaca. Stick around to the end, too. We're going to throw down a track from Theriaca. This is Off the Record with Kyle Batenburg and Dave Mayersky. Theriaca. Is that how, that's how you say it, right? Theriaca. Okay. It sounds like an ailment.
So actually it's so the definition, it's an ancient antidote for the bite of venomous creatures that contains numerous drugs mixed with honey.
I should have looked it up.
No worries.
Okay.
It's kind of for
remedy.
ailments.
It's a remedy.
Yeah, remedy for ailments.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, well, that's cool. All right. Well, you mind if we go ahead and get started then?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
You still there, David?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. Theriaca. Gosh, I hope I get that right.
Theriaca.
See. All
Put a
right.
big I in there.
All right, I got it. Theriaca.
Yep.
I got
Theriaca.
it. Okay. Woo! I got Kyle, lead singer of Theriaca, joining us today. And also David Mayersky. David, I should ask you how to say your name too.
That's correct.
Mayersky. All right. There's going to be a lot of mispronunciations, I have a feeling, in this interview, but thanks a lot for talking to me today on Off the Record. David is with the Upstage Festival. We're going to touch on that here in just a bit, David, okay? And Kyle, of course, is the front man to Theriaca. You just explained how you got your name. That makes a lot of sense. And it is a remedy for what ails you, whatever the ailment might be. But you just dropped a new album, too.
Yeah, we just had a new song come out last month on the 2nd. It's a song called Noctambulous. So yeah, we're all about the odd word. But
what the heck, Noctambulous now? I was going to ask you later on, but
you can kind of think of that as sleepwalking. And I kind of referenced that in the second verse of that song. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, now it makes sense. Noctambulous. So she is a noctambulous creature, maybe.
Yes.
We could use it in a sentence like that, huh?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
It's a new song. I mean, I guess we're calling everything albums that we upload, because when you upload to all of the streaming services, they call it an album, whether it's one song or 20. So
okay. I got kind of confused because of a different shade of gray. So
yeah,
that was your first album.
That was our first album. Okay. Yeah, it had 10 tracks. We've kind of been going at this. Theriaca is kind of the final iteration of something that Nate, Bryce, and I started in late 2005, early 2006. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of been on and off because I've kind of moved to California, moved back, and then moved to Colorado and moved back. But now we're Theriaca, and we're just kind of writing a whole new sort of I guess we're diving into new genres. We used to just consider ourselves rock, and honestly now when people ask us what we play, I just say hard rock, because it's really difficult to get into all the nuances of subgenres and all that stuff. Hard rock, maybe a little sprinkling of metal in there.
So I've been checking you out ever since David turned me on to you, and I'm hearing, I hope I don't insult you or anything, but I'm hearing like hints of Seether, Stained, early Creed. But the thing about it is, you guys, it didn't sound, it felt familiar, but fresh. Does that make any sense?
Yes, I definitely dig that, because those are some of my favorite bands. I mean, I draw inspiration from pretty much every decade from the 60s on, but mostly kind of from that turn of the millennium, late 90s, early 2000s. I really enjoyed all the bands that were coming out. And you mentioned Seether and Breaking Benjamin. Those are two of the bands that I always use to describe us. I also dig into things, bands like Crossfade. I'll throw Crossfade in there. I'll throw even Three Doors Down. And yes, Creed. Creed's one of my favorite bands of all time.
You guys have actually opened for some big names.
Yeah, we have. We've opened for Saving Abel a couple times. We've opened for Adelita's Way.
Wow.
Kingdom Collapse is another one. They're up and coming. They're getting pretty large. And yeah, Taproot is another big one. Crowbot, we've opened for Crowbot because
I like those guys too. Yeah,
they're awesome. I believe they were on. I think that was they were on. Were they on tour with Adelita's Way? I feel like they might have been. But yeah, there's several bands that we're just happy to share the stage with a bunch of awesome bands that some of them we used to listen to. You know, Saving Abel, I used to rock them all the time. So it was kind of an honor to be able to share the stage with them. And
well, I bet they thought it was pretty cool too, especially that, you guys are from basically the same area. Maybe they could help you out.
Yeah, you never know. That's it. It's all making connections and just making friends, honestly.
Right.
I enjoy sharing my music, and there's just there's so much good music out there, and I just look forward to sharing the stage with everybody I can.
Yeah. So of all your songs, is there one that you're most proud of as a band, as a writer, performer?
Yeah. So So I'm going to try to not be too long-winded in this, but you have to understand that I have several dozen songs that are pretty much they're finished. We haven't even had a chance yet to really perform them or continue on the writing path as a band with them.
I get it.
And so there are several lyric-wise that haven't even been unveiled to the world yet that I would consider that. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're my absolute favorite, but it's more of I can't wait till people hear them,
Oh, okay.
But I would say our latest release, Noctambulous, is probably up there, definitely for one of my favorites. And of course, the song Pyre, because I wrote that about growing up here in the Ohio Valley.
Ohio Valley, like whereabouts in Ohio Valley? I mean, I tried to find.
So I grew up just south of Steubenville, which is where Dean Martin was born.
Oh, okay.
That's what Steubenville has it's the the name they claim for fame, and you know what I mean. Dean Martin. It's on the Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, the tri-state area. It's all right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you can be in Pennsylvania from Steubenville in like 8 minutes.
So you can go either way. You could say I'm from.
I mean, out there for a while, Ohio. I was living in Pittsburgh, so we were saying that we were kind of based in Pittsburgh. It was kind of easier for marketing and everything, but we're all back here and living in the Ohio Valley, so we are an Ohio Valley band. And we want to bring this place back on the map because there are a bunch of great musicians around here. There are several bands that we've played with around here that have become our friends.
It's time to put your name up there on Dean Martin's name, huh?
There you go. Yeah, for sure.
When you have performed with the bigger names, when was your biggest whoa moment on stage? This is it. This is what I've been waiting for.
I would say for us as a band so far, I'd say just in terms of when I was looking out into the crowds and just seeing the number of people that came to support and just loved music and loved their music and just loved the whole show. I would say there were two. I would say it was when we opened for Taproot and when we opened for Saving Abel, because both of those bands, I mean, all of us in Theriaca, we used to listen to these bands. We watched them, blow up essentially. So it was definitely awesome to look out into the crowd and see so many faces that were just excited to be there for the music.
Yeah, I hope you never lose that feeling doing what you're doing. That's what you live for, I would think.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely like my happy place is being on stage.
So, and now you're playing the Upstage Music Fest. What can we expect from your show there for our listeners who are not familiar with the band? We're going to get them real familiar right now.
Yeah, no worries. So we're playing Friday, August 8th this year, and we're playing on the Rock Night. And I guess you can expect a pretty high energy set list from us, and it's going to include several new songs. If you've heard us here before, We've played the Upstage one other time, and it was a great show. It was a great crowd. The whole thing was awesome.
Was it?
Vendors, food, it was incredible. The whole thing was awesome. So
Well, I mentioned earlier, David's been very quiet back there in the background. David Mayersky is the Upstage Music Fest founder,
Yes,
correct?
I am.
Okay, I didn't
Yep.
want For the folks out there who don't know about the Upstage Music Fest, what's it all about?
It started in 2021. So in 2020, I got my band back together. We started practicing. I have a large landscaping garage, and at that time, I converted it into like our practice spot.
Uh-huh.
And I started inviting bands to play, and it just snowballed. Touring bands, whatever, would play here.
Uh-huh.
And my guitarist Travis Hudson brought it up that you should have a fest, because I used to book shows starting in the way back in the mid 90s, but I
Uh-huh.
never booked a festival. So I thought, you know what? I think I should do that. And so 2021 was the first festival.
We thought we were done with COVID, but then that's when it started really to snowball.
Yeah, it gave me a
Mhm.
lot of time to, obviously everybody was sitting at home thinking about things. And it
Right.
gave me time to think, like, hey, you know,
Uh-huh.
I was in a touring band that ended in 2004, and I haven't really done anything since until 2020. And then it was just like, it was just like a breath of fresh air. There's
Well,
nothing else.
what's the name of your band? Are they still?
Yes, Endbringer.
Oh, okay.
We're a metal band.
I had no
Yeah,
idea. I'm
yeah,
sorry about that. Okay, cool. So now
yeah.
so you know what everything Kyle's been talking about, what it feels like to rock people.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
you're raising money for good causes. It's about giving back, rocking and
Yeah,
giving back, right?
every year we pick one or two local nonprofits. This year is Mature Resources, which used to be under the name of the Clearfield County Area on Agency. So
Mhm.
this money, portion of the proceeds will be used for their blizzard boxes, to help the shut-in, the elderly. Yeah, we like to help out,
Right.
where we can.
Donating to local nonprofits. That's awesome. So now Kyle mentioned that, they're doing rock night. What kind of music can we expect at the Upstage Festival?
So, Hardtack, which is a local,
I know those guys. Yeah, they've been
yeah,
on the podcast. Okay.
they'll be there. Their father has a band, Randy
Yeah.
Clark. Randy Clark. It's like a southern rock type.
Rock. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's going to be playing. Obviously, Theriaca,
Uh-huh.
Bad Year will be playing. Another hardworking band, Below Seven, will be playing. And then ending the night will be Leonard Skinner tribute band, Street Survivors.
So it's rock, right? You're not
With a
going
little hint with a little hint of southern
to.
rock,
Okay. Right.
but yeah, it's
You're
mostly
not going to
rock.
go hip hop or country
Nope,
night. It's all
it's
pretty
rock
much
only.
basically rock genre. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds cool. How many days does this go on?
Well, that's Friday, August 8th.
Okay.
August 7th is metal and punk, and we have Hate Grenade playing that, Samara, The
Uh-huh.
Wasted,
Oh, I know
Ron,
those guys. Yeah.
yeah, Ronan from Pittsburgh, Gabs from Clearfield. That'll end at 8 o'clock, and then starting at 8:30 will Empire State Professional Wrestling out of New York.
Mhm.
So there will be professional wrestling that night. So that's the first night, which is Thursday. And then Friday, the rock night. Saturday, the 9th, is our big night. There's 22 local, regional, and national bands. Just spouting off some of the nationals: E-Town Concrete, Sworn Enemy, Ringworm, Keonashi, Brick by Brick, Kings Never Die, Memphis Scoffleys. And then there's locals on that one as well. And
Awesome.
that's all day, 11 o'clock till midnight.
You're going to have food there available, so don't worry about that.
There's food vendors, there's merch vendors, there's alcohol,
Okay.
everything you would expect at a fest is there.
Upstage Music Fest. How do we get tickets for that?
The upstagemusicfest.com.
Can you camp there?
Yep, camping
Okay.
is available. There's giveaways, Chinese auction, beer garden, art, merchandise, food vendors. It's put together.
You quit your day job yet for this? It sounds like you're
No,
doing pretty good.
I burn
Oh,
the midnight oil.
yeah, I guess so. Like Kyle was talking about all the songs they haven't worked on because, time is the
Yeah,
issue.
absolutely.
Yeah. So great music, great cause, chance to be a part of something that's like getting bigger every year, it sounds like, huh?
Yes, it is. It is. It's starting to get national exposure, and we You were voted the third, I guess, third most see festival in Pennsylvania, or third,
Ah,
or something like that.
and you're going to turn people on to some music they probably
Oh,
never heard before and
I
are going to be
guarantee,
fans.
I
Hmm.
guarantee you'll find your new favorite band at this festival.
Well, I was so glad when you turned me on to Theriaca.
See, there you go.
I
And
really
yes,
could
it is
not believe
awesome.
it. Yeah.
So if you haven't been there, definitely get some tickets and go. And if you even if you have been there, come again because it's awesome, and you know it is awesome. So
Well, it's awesome when the bands love the festival too. It's not just a
absolutely,
job. It sounds like you
That's
guys have a blast.
being in
absolutely,
being in a band, especially being in a band in the past when I used to tour.
Hmm.
I understand how bands should be treated. So they
Yeah.
all the bands, even the openers, they all get catered food and free alcohol and drinks for the
Uh-huh.
yep,
fest because
it is.
you
It's
got to
awesome.
treat them right. Like
Yeah.
some of these bands you can't pay, some of
Right.
these bands that you do pay or you're barely paying. So you
Uh-huh.
got to at least make them feel like they're cared
Yeah.
about.
Give them decent
Definitely.
accommodations, huh?
Yeah.
Can we go back to Noctambulous real quick? That is an awesome song. I agree. I see why you're proud of that one. That's a brand new single out from Theriaca. We're talking with Kyle here, but it sort of seems like you're really trying to mess DJs up with these titles. I just want to see that right now.
I
Noctambulous.
sometimes I don't when I'm writing lyrics, I know that the easiest route is to just take a lyric from the song and call the song that. And
Yeah.
with and to be fair, a lot of our songs I've done that with, but
Mhm.
if I have a chance to do some wordplay with the title, I absolutely will.
Yeah.
And I just, it's a memorable title, and as long as once people hear it, I think they'll understand why I called it that. The song is about pulling oneself out of the darkness of depression and kind of seeing that the most important time is always now. We have to
Yeah.
take that into account and really appreciate every single moment. And so yeah, I think it's a memorable title. I think it's a memorable hook. I think it's
Hmm.
just a memorable song altogether. And I think it sets us up perfectly because we have another song coming out on the 4th of July called Martyr of the Day. And I think, ooh, I can't
Oh,
wait. It's like a 3 minute long, just in your face right now, high
yeah.
energy. I cannot wait till people hear this. If you've heard us live in the past couple months, you've probably heard us play it.
Uh-huh.
But anybody that hasn't heard it, I think as soon as you hear it, yeah,
You
you'll be like, wow.
definitely get me that track on the 4th if you could. That'd
I
be
I
great.
absolutely will. Yeah, for sure.
Well, David, actually, the first song I heard from you, he sent me souvenirs, and that one kind of hit me hard. Can
Yeah,
you
that
can you talk about? I watched the video actually, and the video, who did the video? That's very professional. I mean, all your
yes.
videos are professionally done.
Yeah, so with the first album, we did a music video for every single song. Our
Oh,
original
okay.
bassist, Matt, he actually still owns a media production company, and so we kind of sat and scripted out some of the videos and just storyboarded others, and just got a general concept. And he did an incredible job in filming those videos. Those were some of Nate's coworker and his wife that we got, and
Very,
it was
yeah.
Nate's kids that were in it.
Oh
So
wow, very good,
yeah,
very nicely done.
thank
So
you.
souvenirs. So that
Yeah.
one hit me.
That's
Go
also
ahead.
a play, by the way. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that's
No.
also a play. The whole souvenirs thing, the whole concept of the lyrics in the chorus, all the wounds I have will never heal without drugs and honey, Theriaca, without a Theriaca. So
The
we're kind of
remedy.
playing on words in there. And the song itself, I wrote about overcoming addiction. So
Yeah.
it is meant to be a positive, but also like hard hitting lyrical song.
Right. Yeah, you're
So
not
I
going to
think
sugarcoat things.
no, absolutely
True.
not. And I wanted to play on it was our first release, so I kind of wanted to introduce us to the world with the whole concept of what a Theriaca is with the drugs and honey thing. So I think people
Hmm.
understand that now that we've been playing that for like 3 years. So
Souvenirs,
yeah,
that hit me hard. And I know a lot of people out there, we've all had it somehow. I guess not everybody does, but most of us have had an encounter with a drug problem in the family or with ourselves or a loved one or a friend. What made you write the song?
it's it is absolutely something that definitely hits home in the Ohio Valley
Hmm.
for sure, and
Same here.
other places I've lived. I've lived in California, I've lived in Colorado, I've lived in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And no matter where you're at, it affects. You were right when you said it does affect everybody. There are no exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
It is indiscriminate in how it destroys lives.
Right.
And I think it's very important to point people in the direction of programs that will help them overcome in the way that best works for their situation.
It hit me because I have two family members. One I lost to heroin. That was actually my oldest daughter. So
Sorry to hear that.
that's an awesome song. I like that you bring it out in the light. You know, because
Yes.
we do. A lot of people like to think it's a dirty little secret. Don't talk about it. And I feel like the more we talk about it, the more we sing about it, maybe we'll be better able to deal with it.
Exactly. And I think that's the point of art. It's to take
Mm-hmm.
the world around us and reflect it back to us
Yeah.
in maybe a different way so that we interpret it in a different way. And maybe it brings situations that we are all affected by to a new understanding so that we can
Yeah.
address it in better ways.
Keep
And
doing
yes,
what you're doing.
I do have family members that are direct family members that have been affected by heroin use. So yes, I
Yeah.
completely understand.
Right.
And that's that's exactly what I wrote it about. So
Yeah. It's hard to share, but I think the more we talk about this stuff, maybe we're going to help somebody else too. You know,
I agree.
it's not your
I agree.
fault. It's not
No,
your fault.
no,
It's not our fault.
it
Well,
is not.
you know, I don't want to end on a downer. So I don't know. Can we try this? I like to try this. Sometimes it flies and sometimes it doesn't, Kyle. Hey, Dave, if you want to
Yeah.
jump in, feel free. Okay.
All right.
But well, I guess this is a couple of three quick fire questions. Okay. Just for fun. Favorite lyric you've written so far?
Oh, okay. We've actually put this on a limited edition shirt. It's an excerpt from Noctambulous. There's no escape but the path that we make.
That
Yeah, that's
sounds,
all.
there's no escape but the path that we make. That makes sense.
Yes.
And again, for some reason, that sounds hauntingly familiar.
Yep, exactly. So kind of putting it all into perspective, right?
Yeah. Okay. So if you could tour with any band, past or present, that you haven't already toured with or open for, who would it be? Any band. It could be a living or dead. So
Any band ever. Well, I would say, considering my love for Creed and Alter Bridge, and mainly that a lot of that stems from Mark Tremonti himself. And so I would honestly prefer, it would be obviously great to tour with a band like Creed, and it would be like life changing. But I would honestly love to open for him on a Tremonti tour.
that
Yeah,
makes
with his
sense.
band, with his solo project Tremonti, because I love the energy of the sets, and I
Uh-huh.
just think that would be incredible.
You hear that, Mark Tremonti?
Yes.
I'm going to tag him. You never know. How about
You
you,
never
David?
know.
David, you and your band. Yeah, you can answer that question if you like.
So,
If you could tour with any band, past or present, who would it be? No judgment. It doesn't matter.
probably Slayer or Biohazard.
Ah.
My past band got to tour with Hate Breed, D-Tone Concrete, Chimera, Skinless, a lot of these bands. So I got to live, a little bit of that. So moving forward, several years later, with this new band, I'd say Slayer or Biohazard.
Yeah.
However, I would love to be a part of the old Pearl Jam 10 album.
Oh,
That
man.
tour. That has to be the greatest album, in my opinion, ever written.
Yes, I agree. One of them, anyway. There's a lot of them. But yeah, that's up there too. It was a good time period too, you know? Okay, how about this? Guilty pleasure song. Something you'd never admit on stage, but you blast it when you're alone.
Gee,
I have a lot of them.
I do too.
Me too. Me too. That's why this was going to be probably the most difficult question.
Yeah.
Because I don't know which one of them, because I don't care. I'll tell people straight up, like, I know it's probably a Florence and the Machine song.
Oh, okay.
I love Florence and the Machine. I know it's crazy, like, because I write sometimes metal songs, you know what I mean? But like, I would say maybe the first one that I heard of hers was Cosmic Love. I'll go with that. Yeah.
How about you, David? Guilty pleasure.
I don't have those anymore. 'Cause like Kyle, I'll tell everybody whatever, but I mean, I like 80s. I like Joe Jackson. I
Oh,
like
me
the
too.
Doors. I like there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's no boundaries with me with music because I always
Yeah.
felt like if you're an artist,
Mhm.
then you're just into your music. But if you're a musician, you appreciate all genres. So I
Right.
feel like I'm a musician.
Yeah.
So I do have appreciation for jazz, country, everything. I guess that you brought that up. One song that I heard a couple days ago on the radio that I was just like, damn, and
Uh-huh.
it's what is it, Riley Green? What's that song? It's country.
Oh, a new.
The worst way.
I don't
I was
know.
like, wow.
Good
Yeah,
song though. I'll have to check
I
it
yeah.
think
out.
I think I heard that recently.
It
I
was
may
really
have
good.
heard that one recently. I'll have to listen to it again, but I'm pretty sure because I
And
eat sometimes at Texas Roadhouse, and I'm pretty sure she comes across the screen, and I've heard that
Uh-huh.
before.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah. That's probably a song that my friends would pick on me.
yeah. If we're since we're sharing, the first one that pops into my mind, and I have a lot of guilty pleasure songs, would be D Light's "Groove Is in the Heart." If
Yeah,
that were to come on
it's,
the radio and I'm in control, I probably would crank it up
that's like a
because.
skate station song. Roller skates.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for talking to me, guys. So, Kyle, where can fans follow and hear more of your music?
You can look us up, Theriaca, either Theriaca or Theriaca Official on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of the above. Or you can head right to our website at www.theriaca.net. And
Mm-hmm.
all of the info for all, we have links for all of the social media that I just mentioned on that website. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and check us out there.
And again, Dave, give the details on the Upstage Festival.
Tickets are available now at the upstagemusicfest.com. We're also on all social media platforms. It's August 7th through the 9th at the Clearfield Fairgrounds. And I always tell people if they forget what's that website or whatever, I mean, you can simply go to Google and type in
Bands in
Pennsylvania
town.
Music Fest or
Yeah.
the Upstage. And I mean, we're
Uh-huh.
all over.
Well, listen, I like to go out with a song. I was going to choose Noctambulous or Souvenirs. Do you mind if we roll out on one of your songs, Kyle? For
That's totally
Theriaca?
fine.
Which one
Yeah.
would you like me to play?
Between those two, definitely Noctambulous if you haven't
Okay,
played it already. So
Noctambulous,
yeah.
Noctambulous again. I think I actually slept with your name last night because I was getting ready for the interview today, and I was like, practice saying the name, even obviously it didn't help, right?
We knew that this would happen. We actually talked about this before we decided that this was going to be our name. We knew that
Uh-huh.
people were gonna. We knew that it was going to happen. We knew it.
Okay. So
It's all good.
Noctambulous. Okay, we're gonna roll out with that. We can get your tunes on your website.
Absolutely. And for the and per what we discussed earlier, definitely also check out Souvenirs out there. But I just want everybody to hear our noctambulous release, Noctambulous.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a lyric video on YouTube for Noctambulous as well. So if you just type in Theriaca Noctambulous, it'll pull it straight up. Hopefully y'all enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you at the Upstage Music Fest.
Yeah, thanks for rocking.
And we'll see you in your videos. And Dave, thanks so much for turning me on to a new band.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dave.
That's a wrap on this episode of Off the Record. Big thanks to Kyle Batenburg from Theriaca and Dave Mayersky, founder of the Upstage Music Festival, for joining me and sharing their passion for building something bold on stage and on record. You can find out more about the Upstage Music Fest at theupstagemusicfest.com. Follow the band Theriaca on their website, theriaca.net. And now, as promised, here's Theriaca with their track Noctambulous. Hey, thanks for listening to Off the Record with Sharon Stewart. I'll see you next time.
All this time I've dreamed in black and white. path that we made.